Britain in the 1980s was a country going through enormous change. The economy was transforming, new technology was appearing, and Britain's car industry faced tougher competition than ever before. Buyers expected better quality, greater reliability, and modern engineering. Japanese and German manufacturers were raising standards, forcing British car makers to fight harder for every customer. Some British cars rose to the challenge. Others struggled. Poor build quality, outdated engineering, disappointing performance, or unreliable mechanical components meant that several models failed to meet expectations. In many cases, the ideas behind these cars were promising, but execution let them down. Today, we're counting down 10 British cars from the 1980s that damaged their reputation because they failed to live up to the standards buyers expected. Let's begin with number 10. Number 10, Aston Ambassador. Introduced in 1982 by Aston Rover, the Aston Ambassador was intended to replace the Aston Princess and compete in Britain's family car market. At first glance, the Ambassador looked practical. It featured a large hatchback, plenty of passenger space, and comfortable suspension. These were qualities many family buyers appreciated. Under the bonnet, buyers could choose between a 1.7-liter or 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine. Inside, the cabin offered generous legroom, comfortable seats, and a practical dashboard layout. Unfortunately, the Ambassador arrived looking dated almost immediately. While competitors introduced modern styling and improved engineering, the Ambassador still carried much of the Princess's older design underneath. Build quality also disappointed many owners. Electrical problems, poor panel fit, and corrosion became common complaints. The car wasn't completely unsuccessful, but it struggled to convince buyers that Aston Rover had truly moved forward. Today, it remains one of the forgotten British cars of the decade. Number 9, Morris Ital. Although introduced in 1980, the Morris Ital was essentially a heavily updated version of the Morris Marina. British Leyland hoped the refreshed styling would keep the car competitive. Designer Giovanni Michelotti gave the Ital cleaner lines and a more modern appearance. Under the bonnet, buyers could choose from several four-cylinder petrol engines ranging from 1.3 liters to 2.0 liters. Inside, the Ital featured improved seats, updated trim, and a more pleasant driving environment than its predecessor. Many buyers appreciated its affordable price and simple mechanical layout. However, the improvements weren't enough. The underlying engineering already felt old compared with newer rivals like the Ford Sierra and Vauxhall Cavalier. Quality issues also affected the car's reputation. Owners frequently reported rust, inconsistent build quality, and mechanical problems. Production ended in 1984, bringing an end to the long-running Marina family. The Ital became one of the final reminders of British Leyland's difficult years. Number 8, Triumph Acclaim. The Triumph Acclaim arrived in 1981 as a partnership between British Leyland and Honda. It was actually based on the Honda Ballard, making it one of the most reliable Triumph models ever built. Under the bonnet sat a dependable 1.3-liter four-cylinder engine developed by Honda. Inside, buyers enjoyed comfortable seating, straightforward controls, and noticeably improved build quality compared with many earlier British Leyland products. So why is the Acclaim on this list? Because it marked the end of an iconic British brand. Although the car itself was dependable, many enthusiasts believe Triumph had lost its identity. Instead of being known for sporting British engineering, Triumph's final passenger car relied heavily on Japanese design. Production ended in 1984. Soon afterward, the Triumph name disappeared from new passenger cars altogether. While the Acclaim wasn't a bad car, it represented the closing chapter of one of Britain's most famous automotive names. Number 7, TVR Tasmin. TVR built exciting sports cars, and the Tasmin certainly looked different. Introduced in the early 1980s, its sharp wedge-shaped styling reflected the fashion of the decade. The design attracted attention wherever it went. Under the bonnet, early models used a 2.8-liter Ford Cologne V6 engine. Inside, the cabin featured leather trim, deep bucket seats, and a driver-focused layout. Owners loved the car's handling and distinctive appearance. However, reliability proved inconsistent. Electrical faults, water leaks, and variable build quality frustrated many buyers. Some owners accepted these flaws because the driving experience was exciting. Others expected much better from an expensive British sports car. Although later TVR models improved significantly, the Tasman earned a mixed reputation during its early years. Its bold styling couldn't completely hide its quality problems. Number 6. Aston Martin Lagonda. Few cars attracted as much attention as the Aston Martin Lagonda. Introduced in 1976 and sold throughout the 1980s, it looked unlike anything else on the road. Its dramatic wedge shape made it one of the most futuristic luxury cars ever built. Under the bonnet sat a powerful 5.3-liter V8 engine that delivered smooth performance worthy of Aston Martin's reputation. Inside, buyers found luxurious leather upholstery, handcrafted with trim, and one of the world's first digital instrument displays in production luxury car. The technology was incredibly ambitious. Unfortunately, it also became the car's greatest weakness. The complex electronic dashboard developed frequent faults. Digital displays failed. Electronic controls malfunctioned. Repairs could be difficult and expensive. Despite its stunning appearance and exclusive status, the Lagonda gained a reputation for unreliable electronics. Today, collectors admire its bold design and engineering ambition. But during the 1980s, many owners discovered that owning one required considerable patience. At the halfway point of our countdown, we've already seen several British cars that promised much more than they ultimately delivered. Some suffered from outdated engineering. Others introduced technology before it was fully ready. And as we move into the top 5, the stories become even more surprising. Number 5. Aston Montego. The Aston Montego arrived in 1984 as Aston Rover's new family saloon, replacing the Morris ital. The company hoped it would compete with popular rivals like the Ford Sierra and Vauxhall Cavalier. The Montego featured a modern, angular design and offered both saloon and estate body styles. Under the bonnet, buyers could choose from several engines, including 1.3-liter, 1.6-liter, and 2.0-liter four-cylinder petrol units, along with diesel options introduced later. Inside, the Montego offered a spacious cabin, supportive seats, and a generous boot. Higher specification models even featured digital instrument displays and a voice warning system, which were considered advanced for the time. Many buyers liked its comfortable ride and practical interior. Unfortunately, quality control became its biggest problem. Early cars suffered from electrical faults, water leaks, poor trim fit, and inconsistent build quality. Although later production improved, the Montego had already gained a reputation for unreliability. It remained in production until 1994, but it never became the success Aston Rover had hoped for. Number 4. Rover 800. Introduced in 1986, the Rover 800 represented a fresh start for Rover. Developed jointly with Honda, it was designed to compete against executive cars from Germany and other European manufacturers. The styling looked modern and professional, making it popular with business buyers. Under the bonnet, early models offered a range of engines, including a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine and Rover's own 2.5-liter V6. Inside, the cabin featured comfortable seating, with trim on higher specification models, and a spacious interior designed for long journeys. Many reviewers praised its ride comfort and refined driving experience. However, the first years of production were affected by electrical problems, trim issues, and concerns about long-term reliability. While the Rover 800 eventually improved and became an important model for Rover, those early quality problems damaged buyer confidence. It showed just how difficult it was for British manufacturers to rebuild their reputation during the 1980s. Number 3. Jaguar XJ40. When Jaguar introduced the XJ40 in 1986, expectations were extremely high. It was the company's first completely new XJ saloon in many years and represented the future of the famous brand. Its modern styling divided opinion. Some loved its cleaner lines, while others preferred the classic appearance of earlier Jaguars. Under the bonnet, buyers could choose Jaguar's new AJ6 straight-six engines, available in several sizes. Inside, the XJ40 featured leather upholstery with veneer, comfortable seating, and improved ergonomics compared with previous models. The driving experience received widespread praise. The ride remained smooth, and handling was excellent. Unfortunately, early production cars developed a reputation for electrical faults, electronic dashboard failures, and inconsistent build quality. These issues frustrated many owners and affected Jaguar's reputation during the late 1980s. Fortunately for Jaguar, continuous improvements over the following years turned the XJ40 into a much more dependable luxury car. Today, well-maintained examples are increasingly appreciated by classic car enthusiasts. Number 2. Milligram Maestro. The Milligram Maestro appeared in 1983 as a performance version of Aston Rover's Maestro hatchback. The goal was simple: create an affordable hot hatch capable of competing with popular European rivals. Under the bonnet, early models used a 2.0-liter four-cylinder engine that delivered lively performance. Inside, buyers found supportive sport seats, clear instrumentation, and practical space for everyday driving. On paper, the Milligram Maestro looked very promising. It offered respectable performance at an attractive price. However, early turbocharged versions experienced reliability issues. Electrical faults, poor build quality, and inconsistent manufacturing standards also became common complaints. While many owners enjoyed driving the Milligram Maestro, quality concerns prevented it from becoming the class leader Aston Rover had hoped for. Today, surviving examples are relatively rare and have become interesting reminders of Britain's hot hatch era. Number 1. Aston Princess. Taking the number 1 spot is the Aston Princess. Although it was first introduced in 1975 by British Leyland, the Princess remained on sale into the early 1980s and became one of the company's most controversial cars. When it first appeared, the Princess looked modern and futuristic. Its distinctive wedge-shaped styling made it stand out from almost every other British family car on the road. The smooth body lines and spacious design gave buyers something different from the traditional saloons of the time. Under the bonnet, buyers could choose from several four-cylinder and six-cylinder engines, including 1.8-liter, 2.0-liter, and 2.2-liter petrol engines. Inside, the Princess offered one of the roomiest cabins in its class. Comfortable seats, soft suspension, and excellent passenger space made it an enjoyable car for long journeys. Many owners praised its smooth ride, thanks to British Leyland Hydrogas suspension system. So why did it earn such a poor reputation? The biggest problem was quality control. Early cars suffered from electrical faults, water leaks, poor panel alignment, rust, and inconsistent assembly standards. Mechanical reliability also varied considerably, leaving many owners frustrated. Another criticism was the lack of a hatchback. Although the Princess looked like a hatchback, it actually had a conventional boot, making it less practical than many competitors. British Leyland eventually corrected this with the Aston Ambassador in 1982, but by then the Princess's reputation had already been damaged. Despite its innovative design and comfortable ride, the Aston Princess became one of the most criticized British cars of its era. Today, surviving examples are appreciated by classic car enthusiasts, who recognize that the Princess had genuine strengths. But during its time, its quality problems overshadowed its innovation, making it one of the cars that contributed to British Leyland's declining reputation. Looking back today, these cars tell an important story about Britain's automotive industry during the 1980s. Not every model on this list was a bad car. Several introduced innovative ideas, offered comfortable interiors, or delivered enjoyable driving experiences. However, problems with reliability, quality control, outdated engineering, or changing market expectations prevented them from reaching their full potential. Despite their shortcomings, each of these vehicles remains an important part of British motoring history. They remind us that success in the automotive world depends not only on great design, but also on consistent quality and customer confidence. Many have now become interesting classics, appreciated by enthusiasts who understand both their strengths and their weaknesses. Their stories continue to teach valuable lessons, ensuring they will never be forgotten in the history of British cars.